I am in the very small town of Buffalo Gap, South Dakota. It's really interesting coming in here. I drove down here on a highway, kind of a major highway through South Dakota, but then you exit to come here and it's several miles of dirt road, and it's stayed the same in the town. Very quiet and eerie. The town is named after a gap in the nearby Black Hills, and buffalo would use a trail through that gap. Old hotel over there. Yeah, so they named the town Buffalo Gap. Railroad came through here in, I guess it was 1877, and the town was founded as a supply spot for the railroad, and it grew rapidly. And by 1890, Last Chance Saloon, Buffalo Gap. That is so awesome. Anyway, so it grew rapidly, and by like 1891 or 92, there were over 1,200 people here. They had a bank, they had, a blacksmith, saloons, restaurants, general stores, doctor's offices. They had everything. And in 1895, a cow knocked over a lantern and set the entire town on fire. The entire downtown burned to the ground and never recovered. And I'll give you population here right now. Here's a map real quick first. And then the census started recording, or since the census started recording, the top population was 280. That was in 1910. Today there are 130 people here. 131. Love that old hotel sign. The post office is right up here. It's something to see. Median age here is 66. 98% of the town is white. 2% mixed race or other. All right, basically went in a square, in the downtown area. This is where I started, but I didn't show you this initially. There's the post office. Isn't that something? All right. There's just lots of old buildings here. Great old buildings. Median household income, $54,063 a year. A little over $1,000 a week. Not too bad. Look at poverty. 1.5. Very low. 0 for school-age children, but that's because there's none here. 65 and older, though, still really low. 3%. That looks straight out of 1890, doesn't it? You wonder if maybe this was a building that survived that fire. I love that old pickup truck. Okay, so let me give you cost of living. It's a 99, but you see housing's not listed. It's probably actually much lower than that overall. Just a lot of really very awesome, very old buildings. Twisted Sage Studios. Perhaps that's a bit of an art gallery. You can see a church right here. That looks like it was a bank. Looking at this church, I think it's a residence now. Yeah, I think people just live there. You wonder what that looks like on the inside. But it looks pretty cool. Someone has decorated their house with a bison. Isn't that something? This is a town park and town hall. How about that? So, crime last year, none reported. It's really not a surprise, is it? I bet everybody knows everyone here. This town is only 130 people and a median age of almost 67. It's well on its way to becoming a ghost town. Here's the median home value, $100,000 even. I have arrived in the town of Edgemont, South Dakota. This is what you see coming into town. Got some treasures here out in a field. The town was founded in the late 1800s when the rail line came through. It was a supply stop. Still kind of a major rail location now. It is where it's a crew change location for the BNSF railroad. So this is where, just like it sounds, the trains change crews. Alright, I am driving into downtown Edgemont. Let's take a look. It's pretty quiet, isn't it? Yeah, it looks, well, not completely abandoned. There's a little bit of life here, it looks like. Igloo bar, I like that. I think I would call my bar that if I had one. Yeah, igloo bar, drive-up window. That seems like a strange thing for a bar. The whole point of a bar is to hang out, not drive up. Anyway, there's the post office. All right, let me show you a map. You can see where I am. And in population history, peak population was 1960, 1772. Last census down to 725. Median age of the town is 42. A little bit older than the U.S. median age of 39. I'll just give you a look at some of the streets here. It's not bad, huh? Alright, well, 84% of this town is white, 6% Hispanic, 5% Native American. The remaining is mixed race or other. Poverty is 23.5 overall. School-age children, 32%, 65 and older, 14%. Mobile home with a roof put on it. There are quite a few empty houses here. Unsurprising. Had a lot of population loss. Median household income, $62,692 a year. A little over $1,200 a week. That's not bad money, is it? Yeah, seeing a lot of emptiness here. Cost of living's an 81. Utilities highest 102. Housing is a 38. Yeah, so houses are gonna be a lot less expensive here. Crime. Last year they had 3 incidents per 100 people. USA is 2.1. So crime's a little bit high here. Alright, I've got one more number for you. Median home value, $103,000 even. I'm in Hot Springs, South Dakota. Yeah, this is a very different town from the last one. As the name implies, it's the site of hot springs. So the town was founded, well, before the town was founded by Europeans, the Indians would come here. And for them, this area was sacred. Europeans came, and of course, you know, the hot springs looked at them as something for healing, their healing powers, so spas and bathhouses were built. And, well, it remains that way to this day. It's a pretty big tourist town. Let's see what this inside looks like. Can you see in there? Of course, the train came, and the town grew for that reason as well. It's quite beautiful, isn't it? So anyway, let me show you a map real quick so you can see where I'm at here in South Dakota. Population history, peak was in 1950, 5,030 people. Last census it was down to 3,395. Yeah, the town still has a lot of resorts to stay at. If you want to check out the hot springs. The town is also a gateway city to Mount Rushmore and Wind Cave National Park. You get a lot of people stay here to go to those places. There's a lot to see in this part of South Dakota. One of the best parts of the country, areas of the country, in my humble opinion. I just love this part of South Dakota. Got an old theater here. There's that creek that runs alongside there. Well, median age here is 59. I'll start giving you some numbers. I'll show you that mural first. 80% of the town is white, 8% Native American, 4% Asian, 3% Hispanic. The rest is mixed race or other. This was built in 1893. When it was built, it was the high school for the town. It is a museum now. Look at this beautiful post office. Wow. That looks like New Deal architecture. I'm not sure what this is. Looks like a castle, doesn't it? Lutheran, 1917. Huh. Guess maybe it was an old church? Or something connected with the church. It's an amazing structure though, isn't it? This appears to be the current high school. It is pretty awesome itself, isn't it? There's an old bathhouse, and there's the fire station. Wow, it's just so pretty here. Median age of the town is 59. Quite a bit older than the U.S. median age of 39. Let me give you some more numbers. Median household income, $66,338 a year. It's $1,275 a week. Wow. Poverty though, 21.1 overall. School-aged children, 42%. That's pretty high. Retirement age, folks, though, is only 9%. Cost of living, it's 92. Highest is utilities at 102. Housing's at 75. That's really pretty, isn't it? Could do without this rain, though. Whatever this is, it's for sale. I guess that's a house, too. A little one-car garage there. Yeah, some interesting homes here. All right, well, I'll also give you the median home value then. $202,600. I am in Pringle, South Dakota. That is a hopping place from what I understand. Boy, that is something, isn't it? Yeah, that's pretty much it for downtown. Now, here's a map. See where I'm at. Population history, 1940 was peak, 273 people. Woo, that's a big pothole full of water. Last census down to 109. This town was founded in the late 1800s. Old Wild West town, a supply stop for carriages and pioneers. Pioneers pulling their carriages with horses. And it grew from there. Railroad came in 1890. And, well, that's what the town's been doing ever since. It's kind of dying out now. There's not a lot going on here. Median age is 44. A little bit older than the U.S. median of 39. Man, this looks like a mobile home graveyard, doesn't it? Pretty sure no one lives in there. 74% of the town is white, 22% is Hispanic, 2% Native American. The rest is mixed race or other. The fundamentalist Mormon sect used to have a stronghold here. The town is famous for it. And when I say that, I'm talking about polygamists. From what I understand, they're gone now. Driving through the town, kind of seems like a haven for, well, for junkyards. Or it seems, well, let's put it this way, there's a lot of old cars here. Median household income, they didn't have one listed, but the per capita is $27,979 a year. That's $538 a week. Anyway, you can see what I'm talking about here. See a lot of this. Treasures of the automotive kind, just kind of piled up everywhere. Poverty, it's only 4.4. That's pretty low. School-age children only 5%. 65 and older, a little higher at 19% though. Old abandoned cabin, huh? Cost of living is a 99, but housing's not listed. Otherwise, I'm sure that would be much lower. Now, this is kind of famous. They call it the Pringle bike pile. Why? Who knows? But there it is, a huge pile of discarded bicycles. And people actually come here to see it. It's kind of amazing, huh? Yeah, here's the post office. Let's see, crime last year. None reported. Town is just full of interesting sights, though. Let's see, I've got one more number to give you. Median home value. There isn't one. NA. But you can see the chart. 58% of the homes here are worth less than 100K. I am driving into Custer, South Dakota. The town is named after Colonel George Custer. And yes, we're talking about that Custer of Custer's Last Stand. He was the first one here. He's the one that discovered gold in the area. And of course, we had the Black Hills Gold Rush shortly after. This town was founded as a supply point or hub for people coming to town and coming to the area to try to get rich and find gold. All right, here's a map real quick. See where I'm at. Population history, peak was in 1960, 2105. Last census down to 1919. It's not a whole lot of population loss. The town's kind of hanging around. The town has kept its old Wild West vibe. It's a tourist town now. It's the gateway to Mount Rushmore, to Crazy Horse Monument, and Custer State Park. And it's huge herds of bison. This person really likes tractors. Really liking some of the houses that I'm seeing. Yeah, they've got tractors all over his yard. That is crazy, huh? These look like old Wild West houses. The median age here is 51. So a little bit higher than the U.S. median age of 39. 86% of the town is white. 3% Native American, 2% Hispanic, 1% Asian, rest mixed race or other. Median household income, $78,369 a year. That's good money. A little over $1,500 a week. Wow. Poverty, not bad. 14.2 overall. 16% for 17 and under kids. 65 and older, 20%. And cost of living is a 93. Utilities highest 102. Housing is an 80. Let's see, crime last year, 7 incidents per 1,000 people. USA is 21. Yeah, crime here much, much lower. And well, let's see, one more. Median home value, $235,600. I was driving in the area and I came upon this. I was hoping I would see it. This is Crazy Horse Memorial. It is not finished yet. There's a big crane on it. Yeah, let's go check it out. Here's another look at it. It is a monument to Crazy Horse. He was a Lakota Indian chief. They started building it sculpting it, I guess, in 1948. It's still not finished to this day. It's estimated that it won't be finished until the year 2037. That's crazy, isn't it? Yeah, this is what it's going to look like when it's finished. That's going to be it for this part of South Dakota. Nicole and I are actually staying in nearby Rapid City, one of our favorite places in the entire country. So the next part of the video will be us poking around the town a bit, showing you a few of the sights, and of course we will eat at a local restaurant. So, hang tight. We are in South Dakota. This is Rapid Creek, so named because of how quickly the water moves down it.
So it moves rapidly then?
The water moves rapidly, and also because of the little mini rapids that are located.
It's quite pretty.
Up and down, yeah, up and down the creek. Yes, it is quite pretty. The creek runs through Rapid City, South Dakota. Of course, named after this creek. This town was founded late 1800s by some former prospectors. They had come here to mine for gold.
Did they find any?
They didn't find any. They got frustrated, annoyed, and they were about to head back home, and then they thought, you know, we could probably make some money for people coming here to mine for gold, as well as pioneers heading farther out west. And that's what they did. These prospectors, former prospectors who had given up, founded the town, and well, it's become a beautiful small city, one of our 10 favorite in this United States.
Yeah, it's very pretty.
This sculpture is called Rock Spinner. It is a 11-foot tall piece of granite that weighs 4.5 tons. Yeah, they had to use a crane to bring it in here, but it's apparently on a base that is so well engineered that even a petite female like Nicole can turn it. All right, let's see if you can do it.
All right.
Can you turn 4.5 ton piece of granite? Yeah, there she goes.
I am mighty and strong.
Yeah. How about that, huh?
And then it gets easier.
Cool. There's beautiful downtown Rapid City. But before we go there, I want to show you this statue. It's called Legacy. It symbolizes South Dakota's present and past. I'm thinking this is present. Yeah, because her garment seems to flow to this Native American.
And this is definitely past.
Yeah, and a child.
And it's beautiful the way the garment flows from the past to the present. Okay, I like that.
Yeah, that's the idea, I think, is it flows around this rock back to her. She's got her hand on it, see?
Yes.
And if we come around, her garment flows to what looks like a pioneer. So,
It shows
of course, Native Americans who were here first, and then pioneers forged this state to what it is today, the present. This is the Alex Johnson Hotel, one of the landmarks of the city, built in 1928. That is Tudor architecture. Rapid City calls itself the City of Presidents. One of the reasons it calls itself that is because they have statues of all the presidents on every corner.
This is Ronald Reagan.
Yeah, this is Ronald Reagan.
President of my childhood.
Of course, it also is called that because Mount Rushmore is nearby, which is one of the reasons why we consider this to be one of the best vacation destinations in the United States.
Especially for families.
Especially for families. If you're thinking of a family vacation that will be awesome, come here. Because within 45 minutes, you have Mount Rushmore, you have the Badlands National Park, you have Wind Cave National Park, Jewel Cave National Park. Both those caves are among the top 10 in size in the world. You've got Deadwood. It's an amazing place to visit. Old Wild West town. And of course Sturgis, home to the motorcycle rally.
We've been there.
We've been there. One of the largest rallies in the world of any kind. Something like 400,000, 500,000, 600,000 people a year go to that thing.
Wow.
And there's a lot of other things to see here as well. You could bring your family here and stay a week, and you still wouldn't be able to see everything. And the city is ready for you. Tons of lodging here, all kinds of hotels, fancy hotels, inexpensive hotels, RV parks. They've got really cool cabins. We saw a cabin, I guess you'd call it a park. You can stay in a cabin. It's got swimming pools, all kinds of cool stuff. So, highly recommend Rapid City for a vacation. Now here's the population. Let me show you the chart. Peak population 2024, 80,000 people, or almost 81,000. There's 156,000 people in the metro. Here's another president. This is Bush.
Yes.
This is Bush Senior.
I couldn't see it at first. You can tell my eyes are going bad.
Yeah. One of the most popular places in town is the city park.
It's quite lively today.
Yeah, let's go look at it. Yeah, this is Main Street Square Park. It's right here in the middle of downtown. Very popular. People here all the time. They have events here all the time. And as is on every corner, yet another president. Who's this?
It's John Adams. It's the second president of the United States.
Our second president and first vice president. Yeah, I was watching one of those.
I guess you can shake his hand.
Yeah, you can shake his head. I was watching one of those goofy little videos where this guy asked questions, and he started asking some people who the second president was.
Oh no.
Nobody knew.
Oh my gosh.
About half of them said Abraham Lincoln.
Oh my God, he's the 16th.
Exactly. And then some said Thomas Jefferson, which is pretty close. Thomas Jefferson was our third president.
Yeah, see that one I didn't know the exact number.
Now this one corner doesn't have a president. It has a Native American statue. We can't really pronounce it. Hunky Yapi.
Yeah, we're
What
going
is
to
it,
butcher that
Nicole?
part. But well, it symbolizes, it's a Lakota grandmother, and she's placing a sacred eagle plume on her granddaughter, and that symbolizes a sacred naming ceremony and the passing on of traditions.
Okay. Of course,
It's quite beautiful.
the Lakota Indian tribe, this reservation is located here, about 40 miles away, the Pine Ridge Indian Reservation. I have visited that in a video. So we have another president here. His name is John Adams too.
Well, this is John Quincy Adams. It's the son of John Adams.
That's right.
He's the 6th president.
Yes, he was the son of the first John Adams, of course.
We always have to remember his middle name. That way we can discern him.
Yeah.
We can, differentiate him from his father.
Located here in downtown is this. They call it Art Alley. And we'll show you some of the highlights. This is Native American, isn't it? It's like a creepy, twisted Pac-Man, isn't it?
Well, that's what it reminds me of, the Ghost in Pac-Man. That's exactly what I thought at first.
Yeah. Interestingly, this alley is anchored by this old classic hotel that we showed you earlier. Historic hotel. I'm a bit surprised to see that. We're not going to show you all the presidents, but of course we have to show you this one.
George Washington.
Our first president, yeah.
You think he has his mouth closed because he doesn't want to show his wooden teeth?
That's possible. I wouldn't want to show mine. Yeah, and he's right at the corner of, again, the historic hotel. the Alex Johnson.
He has to have a place of prominence.
We're at a really unusual looking, awesome, beautiful church here in Rapid City.
Yeah, it's an exact replica of the Borgen Chapel in Norway, in Vestland County in Norway. And it's made entirely of wood. It was made in 1969.
What's this one called?
Oh, it's called Chapel in the Hills.
Chapel in the Hills.
Yes, look how pretty it is.
It is. Yeah, we started in the back because that's where the sun is, but let's go to the front.
Yes, apparently there's dragons and snake motifs carved on the outside. I'm looking for that.
Yeah. Now this is a tourist attraction, as you can well imagine, but it is actually a working church also.
Yes.
I think we can go inside.
We're supposed to be able to.
Yeah. That is really unusual, isn't it?
Yes, because I want to see the ceiling.
Hmm?
I want to see the ceiling.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so look at the ceiling. It's supposed to be an overturned Viking ship.
Oh, wow. It looks like one.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Can we go up there? I don't think we can go up there, can we? There's enough room
Doubt
anyway.
it.
Huh?
I doubt it.
Oh, another entrance. Okay. You can really smell the wood. All right, let's get a look here. This is amazing. It's not a huge church. Look how small it is.
It's tiny. It's
Yeah.
tiny.
This
It's,
is it.
It was built for the Scandinavian community here, too.
Yeah. Behind the church, they have the church bell. It'd be so cool if that would ring right now, wouldn't it?
That would be cool.
Yeah, and then you go up this way, they have a prayer trail.
It's a prayer walk and benediction trail.
Okay. That's what it is. So they've got benches,
Come to me and rest.
and you can sit and reflect.
And you can pray.
And what?
And you can pray.
Exactly. And it goes up into the hills here. I guess his name is Ole. Is that it? And this is probably his wife, Lena. We got some stuff to see in here, it looks like. A lot of stuff from Norway. Yeah, there's another, well, model of the church. Yeah, neat, huh? Yeah, looks like a bed for a kid. This is our 14th president, Franklin Pierce. The reason I'm showing him to you is because we're going to the bar restaurant right behind him, Murphy's Pub and Grill. This is where we're going to have early dinner. It's an Irish place, but they sell chislic, which is a uniquely South Dakotan dish. It's the only state you can get it in, so we have to have it. Plus, Nicole and I do have Irish ancestry, so it's okay.
Yes, we do. Thank you so much.
So let's go in, see if we can find a spot at the bar. Looks like a nice place. Looks pretty busy. We've decided on appetizers. We're going to have 3.
Jeez.
Irish egg rolls, because they just sound awesome.
Yum.
Hand-rolled egg rolls with corned beef, cabbage, carrots, sauerkraut, Swiss cheese. We're going to have chislic, because that is native South Dakota dish. You can only get it here. We're in South Dakota, so yes, we got to have it. Sirloin steak, lightly breaded and fried with sriracha mayo. And then, I can't help it, these sound awesome. Porky sliders with watermelon jalapeno barbecue, Cranberry coleslaw. Blah, blah, blah.
It's a lot.
Cranberry coleslaw.
It's a lot of food, honey.
A lot of food, but we're going to
Just
take
for appetizers.
we're going to take a lot of it with us to go because we're out on the road tomorrow, and we can.
Again.
Yeah, so we'll have it for food tomorrow.
All right.
But we're going to try it all here. Our appetizers are here. These are the sliders with the jalapeno watermelon pork. Cranberry slaw. I'm really interested to try that. The Irish egg rolls.
Yeah.
Pretty interesting, don't they? And then the chislic.
That looks good. Like better than I expected.
Dig into that. We're going to dig into all of it. All right, our thoughts on the appetizers. This is amazing. This watermelon barbecue. It's got some spice to it. Cranberry coleslaw. We're going to take these two for tomorrow. I want to eat those.
For me. You better save it for me.
Yeah, we're going to have these tomorrow night. That is amazing. These are a bit lacking.
May I give the thoughts?
Well, let me just say this. What was her name, Clara, for Wendy's? Where's the beef?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, there's supposed to be corned beef in there, and it's hard to find it, and that's disappointing. I mean, I have to say they came out nice and fresh, nice and crunchy. The Swiss cheese, the vegetables in there are crunchy. That's amazing, but yeah, there's barely any pork in there, and I was disappointed.
No, it's not pork. It's corned beef.
I'm sorry. There's barely any corned beef in there. You're right, and I wanted that to be the star of the whole appetizer.
Yeah,
so.
you guys can see. All of them look just like this. There's no corned beef in there.
Yeah, where's the corned beef?
Now the chislic is amazing.
It's very good.
Yeah.
And this is black pepper aioli, which is really yummy. I love pepper.
Yeah. And then sriracha mayo is good too. That's what I like with it. But yeah, it's a very tender beef that they have breaded and fried.
I was a little worried about it. It didn't sound like my type of thing, but I actually really liked it.
Yeah, it's really good.
Okay.
All right, we're going to order entrees now. I'm going to have buffalo meatloaf.
Ah.
Sounds awesome.
Sounds interesting.
Bacon wrapped with mushrooms, asparagus, mashed potatoes, fried onion, bourbon ketchup. Sounds perfect just the way it is. And we're in South Dakota. That is Buffalo land back in the old Wild West. And what do you have?
I'm still looking at that bourbon ketchup. I mean, how do you make ketchup better? Add bourbon.
Okay.
All right. And I think I'm going to do the mango chicken sandwich. It's a grilled chicken, mango chutney. I love pepper jack cheese, brioche bun, lettuce, tomato, onion. So, yeah, that's what I'm having.
Okay. But you're going to have it with sauteed vegetables, right?
I think so, yes.
Okay.
All right.
Our entrees are here. Really nice presentation.
Yes.
Yeah, look at this asparagus. This is a bourbon ketchup on top of this meatloaf, which has got a piece of bacon wrapped around it.
Yes, it does.
Bison meatloaf. And then some fried onion on top. Onion rings, basically. Some mashed potatoes down there.
What else is on top?
That's a piece of bacon. All right, so yours.
Look how pretty. Oh my gosh. I'm just impressed by the vegetables. My goodness. Look how good they look.
Yeah, I'm going to have a couple
Tomatoes,
bites
the
of those.
broccoli. I don't know if I'm going to let you. The zucchini.
And the sandwich looks pretty good, huh?
Yeah, the sandwich is supposed to have like pepper jack cheese, which is my favorite cheese. Like a mango chutney. Yeah, see the mango chutney with the pepper jack cheese.
Okay. Cool. Well, let's see if it's as good as it looks. Here's what we think of the food. Asparagus, fantastic. About 70% of the time when I eat or when I get asparagus at a restaurant, it's not made well. It's pretty rare, but they make it well here. It's fantastic. My bison meatloaf, yeah. I was a little skeptical of the bacon, but
I thought the bacon part sounded good.
yeah, it works well with it. And of course the ketchup on top, it's amazing. Mashed potatoes, they kind of look crappy,
Yeah, they look dry.
but they taste good. No, they're not dry at all. They're not dry at all. So overall, mine's very good. How about you, honey?
Mine is very good too. I have to say. The chicken sandwich. I love the mango chutney. It was a great addition. I love they put lots of red onion on it. The chicken was pretty moist, so that was good. But I have to say, these veggies, even though they're just the side, they may be one of the best veggie mixture I've ever had.
Yeah, I've had some. They're really good.
I mean, seriously, the zucchini, the squash, the broccoli, the tomatoes, the pearl onions, yum, you know? And they like, you can tell they saute them in some kind of oil. And yeah, yummy. I hope they heat up well because I'm taking them with me.
Yep, to eat tomorrow night.
Yes, we got too much food, so we need to eat all this.
Well, we've got
tomorrow night.
those pork sandwiches, and we'll have veggies with them
Oh my gosh.
tomorrow night.
Yes, we will.
Yeah. For dessert, we are having, yes, you guessed it, carrot cake. You can tell that's carrot cake, can't you?
I can tell. It's got caramel sauce on it, though. That sounds good.
It looks really good.
I love caramel. I probably say it wrong. Maybe it's caramel, but I say caramel.
I love a good carrot cake. We're gonna dig in right now.
Caramel
Probably
or
when you,
caramel?
I don't know. I say caramel. Probably when you see this next, it'll all be gone.
Yes, it will be.
Yes, like we told you, it would be gone, and it is, because it was amazing. I always love carrot cake, though.
Apparently.
I don't think I've ever had bad carrot cake. It's pretty rare.
Oh, yes. You know, I've never had bad carrot cake either. You know?
This was a really good carrot cake.
Carrot cake is amazing.
Yeah, this was a really good carrot cake. All right, everyone, here's the check. $158.49.
We got a lot of stuff to take home with us, though.
We got extra food to take home with us, and we had a few Jack Daniels, $55.
Just a few.
But our hotel's 2 blocks away. We're walking, so that's why we
In
had.
case anybody was worrying about us.
Yeah, we're not driving. Rest assured, we're walking to our hotel. We're staying in downtown Rapid City. All right, so that all said,
We got happy hour discounts.
we got happy hour discounts. Hey,
That was nice.
yeah, that $6.
Woohoo! Hey, it all adds up or
It does all add up.
Subtracts off.
Yeah. So there it is, the check. Man, that belongs in my man cave.
Well, you know what? I haven't seen a shoe repair shop since I was like a young child.
That
Yes,
is
because nowadays shoes are cheap and nobody wants to spend the money on shoe repair.
okay. Well, that's incredible.
Yeah,
Anyway,
cool.
yeah, that's going to be it for here in
Rapid City, South Dakota.
South Dakota. We're heading over to Minnesota next.
All right.
We will see you there. Wait a minute, yet another sign for the man cave.
The hobby house. That's too big for any man cave.
I'll fit it. And look, it's got a bunch of neon.
It's got an owl. Woo.